ਲੈ ਵੀ ਦੋਸਤੋ ਅੱਜ ਫਾਈਨਲ ਡੇ ਹੈ मतलब रिसैप्शन है अज रेडी हो गए आप शाम की पार्टी है इसलिए हौली हौली तैयार हो रहे हैं कुछ बंदे अपने हैड आउट कर रहे हैं अपना मेकअप रिक्वायरमेंट्स करके होटल नूं जिथे पार्टी है तो आपां पहुँच जाना 2-4 घंटे तक बाय तो विच नूं आपां एक अद्धा गेड़ा ला के आना है वैस्ट बाय राती बड़ा फन होया मेरे ख्याल मैं तो 2-3 बजे सौ गया सी पर कई बंदे 5 बजे सोए गल्लां मारी के बैठे तो अज दे ईवेंट तो बाद ऑफिशियली ईवेंट अपना करीब करीब डन है तो फिर अपना कैलगरी का सफ़र शुरू हो जाऊगा। लै भी दोस्तों पार्टी टाइम नहीं रेडी हो गए आप हले में शूट पाने ब्राउन कलर के आह भी बंदा अपना एक रेडी हो गया होर सौ सौ के उठे है दिने राती 5 बजे सोया सी ब्यूटी स्लीप ते फुफड़ जी भी रेडी है भूआ जी भी हुण आपां जाएंगे केड़ा होटल है भाई हिल्टन है हिल्टन च जावांगे पार्टी करांगे भांगड़ा डालेंगे थोड़ा थोड़ा और चिल करेंगे उत्थे जाके फिर कैमरा ऑन करते हैं तो थानू दिखाने हैं कि पार्टी किद्दां करी दी है। ओके मैं भी दोस्तों हॉल देखो जिथे अज आप पार्टी करनी है शाम नूं वो परली साइड ग्रूम की साइड है आई मीन ग्रूम की फैमिली की साइड है इत्थे ऑब्वियसली ब्राइड ते ग्रूम बैठणगे ते इधर हैगी है ब्राइड की साइड ते सीटिंग का चार्ट डोर पे लग जूगा ताकि हरेक बंदा अपना लास्ट नेम लुकअप करके अपने टेबल पर बह जाए। 280 बंदियां की कैपेसिटी है तो करीब करीब पूरे हैं सारे तो इधर प्रोजेक्टर लग्या होया उधर डीजे बाई कैम है पूरा तो चलो फिर देखते हैं आप किहड़े टेबल पर हैं। है ना Hello, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I tried to check out your blog. You didn't post anything yet.
Oh,
I'll be
it's
right
coming.
back.
Lots of work, lots of work.
Hi. Hello.
Prince recording Prince.
ਲੈ ਵੀ ਦੋਸਤੋ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਤੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਾਣੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸਾਰੇ। ਉਹ ਸੀਟ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਭੂਆ ਜੀ ਘਰ ਦਾ YouTube ਮੇਰਾ ਦੱਸ ਦਿਓ ਜੇ ਫਿਲਮ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਹੋਵੇ। ਓਕੇ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਬਾਈ ਜੀ। second view. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Awesome.
Hello, everyone. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. Sat Sri Akal, Saryanu. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tanjeet, or some of you know me as Tanya, and I'm the bride's little sister.
And I'm one of Jeremy's good friends.
His name was Calvin, if you didn't hear that first part. And it's an honor to be your MCs for the evening, and to be here with all of you to celebrate this exciting occasion. We'd like to begin the evening by introducing some very special people who played an important role in Sunit and Jeremy's lives. So let's start by introducing the Nagra family, starting with the parents of the bride, Mr. and Mrs. Gurmeet and Amarjeet Nagra. As well as our brother Ghaint, sister-in-law Simi, and nieces Nia and Alia.
I'd like to introduce the Petrick side of the family, starting with, well, obviously Jeremy Petrick, his mother, Shirley Drieger,
Can we have a round of applause for Calvin, please?
and their husband, Frank Dobie, and of course, Josie and Ryan.
All right, now without further ado, it's time to welcome the couple who brought us all here tonight. Please rise if you're able to and join us in welcoming the newlyweds, Jeremy and Sunit Petrick. Don't they look stunning tonight? Both Calvin and I, on behalf of both Jeremy and Sunit and our families, would like to thank all of you who came in from far and wide and joining us this weekend to celebrate Sunit and Jeremy. I'd first like to call and invite Dr. Jim Ross to say grace before we begin our meal, which will be served shortly.
Well, Sunit and Jeremy, thank you very much. It's a great honor to be asked to say grace tonight. I truly mean that. We have a neighbor across the street. Joy spoke to her this morning. Sunit's her doctor. She thinks you're the greatest on earth. So I have to let you know that. So we're here to say grace. So I say, thank you, God, for food in a world where many walk in hunger. We thank you for hope in a world where many walk in fear. And we thank your family and friends in a world where many walk alone. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ross. So dinner will be served in about 15 minutes. Please mingle amongst yourselves. You can continue the conversation before I really interrupted you. And dinner will be seated, so every course will be brought to you. And in case you didn't hear my announcement earlier, the bars will be closed until after dinner. However, there will be wine coming to the table. Thank you. So I'm now going to ask my parents, the bride's parents, to come up and share a few words with us.
Okay, Mrs., we're not at home anymore. Let me do all the talking now. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Sat Sri Akal. This is the best part for the wedding for bride's parents. There's no more pressure. We can relax and have a good time just like you. I would like to thank all of you, all of the guests for coming here to join us in Sunit's and Jeremy's wedding. And I would especially like to acknowledge all the people that have made their way from all over the world to join us. I'm going to acknowledge each one of them. So please stand up for a few seconds and save the applause for end. So I'm going to mention your names. Just stand up for a few seconds, please. Let's start with Mr. Bachitter Mavi from Melbourne, Australia. From Manila, Philippines, Ms. Amantrana. Move on to the United States, from Hawaii, Mr. Harpreet Benz and family. Ms. Anubhi Chopra from California. Ms. Uma Benz from New York. Okay, let's move into Canada and start with British Columbia. Trana family. Paul family. Tour family. Niger family. Prince Maui. Let me go back across the continent and introduce to you Anu Ruprai from United Kingdom. From Whitehorse, Yukon, we have Ravi and Kiran Mavi. The second prince and Nikki Mavi. Move on to Alberta, we have Bach family. Vinder Mavi family. Gurpreet Kara and family. And my brother-in-law, Jeevan Jot Mavi, he had to go back to Calgary. He had some other issues, but he was with us yesterday. Move on to Ontario. From Toronto, we have Daniel and Mia. From nation's capital, we have AJ, Joey, and Auntie Melinda. From Toronto, we have Aman June. Moncton, New Brunswick, we have Comstock family. Beatty family. From Halifax, Nova Scotia, Pradeep Makade. And I'm told to take my time in introducing to you all the people from Portage La Prairie. Southern and Cockermouth. That includes Southern. And of course the bride and groom. Bride is from Portage La Prairie. Groom is from the top. So thanks. Now, let's start with our son-in-law, Jeremy. We've known him for over a year now. And the best part so far I liked about him is so soft-spoken and polite. We could have done any kind of wedding, but he insisted on having a Sikh wedding. It is not easy wearing a turban and a beard if you're not used to it, but he came through nicely. And I don't know about you, he looked damn good yesterday. Welcome to our family. Over the next little while, we'll get to know your family in the time ahead. Thanks again. Now, let me start about my girl. I can stand here all night and go on, but obviously that's not possible. So we'll keep it short. As you all know, she's a well-established physician and a business person. And my dad used to say, the materialistic things come and go, but it's your persona that stays with you all your life. Sunit is that. She's very humble and down to earth. Always helps out others by going out of the way. She's very much involved in a lot of charities and events. And right from her school days, she was an excellent student, always punctual. All her assignments were always on time, and we never had any issues. Moving on to her college and med school, she was always well prepared, never complained, no matter what the circumstances were. Kind of like my personality, except it didn't last too long. No, but our real pride comes from when people we don't know, once they find out that we're Sunit's parents, they come and shake our hands. So to us, I mean, that means a lot. Of course, they talk about Sunit, the physician, and we even feel prouder when they talk about Sunit, the person. A small incident, I was driving to Port La Prairie once, many years ago. I got pulled over by RCMP. I was going 140, which is not too bad. So, and you know, first 30 seconds you're thinking, okay, oh, you know, I'm out $300 to demerit and all. He comes in, he says, can I have your license? What's so hurry, where are you headed? So I'm headed to Portage to meet my daughter. He goes back in his car and I'm thinking, okay, let's get it over with. He comes back, hands me my license, says, next time please don't speed so much and enjoy your day. You're Sunit's dad, aren't you? That was good. That still feels good. No, but you know we love you. Wish you all the best in your new life together. This wasn't part of the deal, but thanks again, everybody, for coming, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much to my parents. I'd now like to call up the groom's parents, Shirley and Frank, to say a few words.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's so wonderful to see all these happy, friendly faces. Frank and I would like to take this opportunity to thank our family and friends for joining us this weekend to celebrate Sunit and Jeremy. We love you guys. Thank you to, we've got some aunts and uncles, cousins, longtime friends, new acquaintances, our Sunday supper family, and the Cranberry Gang. Remember, boys, we are not in Cranberry. Thank you all for being here, and please continue to enjoy the rest of the evening as we celebrate Sunit and Jeremy.
I'd just like to use a few moments to talk about my sister, Sunit. But, and I want to make a toast to her, my big sister, but before I ask you to raise your glasses, I want to share a few memories. Some of you may already know this, but we have an age gap of 10 years. She's the big sister, I'm the little sister, in case you didn't get that. However, I've lost count of the amount of times people have confused me for the older sister. When I say people, I'm talking about strangers and even people probably in this room. There has been instances where she's been asked for ID and I haven't, to the point where she literally will ask the server, hey, don't you need to check hers too? A prime example of this was when we had an Akhand at the Gurdwara in 2011. For those of you who don't know what an Akhand is, it's a 3-day prayer service hosted by a family in the Sikh temple. Sunit had just graduated from medical school, and I was in grade 10. But many family friends thought I was her and would come up to me and congratulate me on my graduation from medical school. And in turn, the same Indian aunties who confused us would go up to her and say beta, which is a Punjabi word for child, but in an endearing way. Beta, what grade are you in again? Or, beta, so sister's a doctor, brother's a dentist, what are your plans? I got so tired of correcting people when they continued to congratulate me on my graduation and on becoming a doctor. I just started saying thank you. And one time we were literally like 5 feet apart. I kid you not. Growing up, Sunit was an overachiever. It was often an unspoken rule in our household that I would have to do certain things because my sister did them. For example, in junior high, I had to play basketball. I had to choose band over art, and I had to get 100% on each test I wrote. I still remember the excitement some teachers had to know that I was Sunit Nagra's little sister, and they had me in their class. Although I'm not sure they shared that same excitement and probably questioned whether or not we were even related after my first unit test results would come back. We may look like we're related, but we do not share the same skills. That being said, my sister was often the one to help me late nights with my homework. I still remember one time crying over my grade 10 pre-cal homework, and she would help me after she had finished some sort of call shift, and it was late into the hours. Or signing many permission slips as my guardian because I would put things in front of my mom and she wouldn't sign them. My sister always puts other people before herself. You may say it's because of her choice of profession, but I think it's in her DNA. When I say putting others before herself, I'm not just talking about the trips she took me on, the money she gave me, and paying for all my food. She did a lot for others too, and more for me. But as a little sister, now that I'm older, I feel like it's my job to encourage her to not stress about the little things and to take time for herself. But she doesn't always listen to me. But that's where I think my new brother-in-law, Jeremy, or Germany as the priest said yesterday. But I'm getting to that. I think Jeremy comes in with a little bit of an edge, whether he knows it or not. Since Jeremy has come into her life, I have firsthand seen her be more chill, more relaxed, and take time for doing things that she enjoys. Like going on a side-by-side trip to Deadwood, South Dakota. Did I get that right? Or I like to call it a dune buggy, but she doesn't like it when I say that. But if you don't know what that is, it's like an ATV. I could stand here all night and tell you so many things about my sister, but literally as I was like writing what I wanted to say today, I like started ugly crying, and I paid a lot for this makeup, so I'm not going to do that. But with that, I'll ask for my glass, please. Calvin, you had one job. With that, I'd like to raise a glass to my beautiful sister, the bride, Sunit.
Okay, everybody, I would like to introduce Jeremy's VIP that showed up with his own security detail. Come and say a few words on his behalf.
One second, sorry, I got Justice Link. Yeah, sure, got a Justice Link, sorry, take a minute. Hi, lots of you guys probably already know me, but if you don't, I'm Germany's son, Ryan. fanciest shoes, all the consoles, or expensive vacations. His vacations were a trip to Winnipeg once or twice a year in a van. No air conditioning or heating. His family life was always changing, like mine. Parent divorces, arguing late at night with the parents. Sometimes childhood like this can reflect on their personality, but my dad is always positive, thinking of the good times and not dwelling on the past. When he comes home from work and he's had a bad day, he doesn't take it out on us. He takes it out on his stomach by sometimes eating a little too much. That's fine with me, because it gives me something to tease him about until I'm taller than him, which I know he's dreading the day. But although he may come out harsh sometimes, he's always coming from a good place. So whenever he's being hard on me because of grades or other things, I think to myself, I know and understand how I can improve, just like he's taught me. When I met Sunit, I was a little bit skeptical. I was thinking, I don't know, she's a little bit odd. But once I got to know her a bit, I saw what my dad saw in her. Her happiness, her good catchphrase, "Ow, wee!" Which wins random, or beats everybody at anything. It's the first time I met her at Earl's in Winnipeg, now with them dating, and not know what was going to happen being married. All the good times we've had, all the good times to come. I'm happy. I love Sunit's competitive spirit, my dad's excuses to him losing in crib. I honestly never thought this day would come, and I don't think many people did here either. And at last, put a toast to Jeremy and Sunit and all the good times to come.
RG, brother, come on, join. This guy is the best. RG, he's a vlogger on YouTube.
Thank you.
Mr. Prince,
Thank you.
I love you, bro.
Hanji.
Everyone enjoyed their entrees and is starting to enjoy their desserts. I'm just going to ask you to take your seats for a few more minutes. So now I would like to introduce the newlyweds themselves, Sunit and Jeremy. Would you please come up and share a few words with us? Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to everyone. I want to thank the friends and family who were able to join us in our celebration. I would also like to extend a Special thanks to my mom and Frank. Thanks, Mom and Frank. For all their help and support. Josie and Ryan, you guys make being a dad one of the greatest parts of my life. I love you guys, and I'm so proud of the people who are becoming. Gary and Amarjeet, for all of their hard work and commitment in the preparation and execution of all this, thank you very much. I know I have some big shoes to fill when it comes to marrying your daughter. I do not take this task lightly. Even though she has proven time and time again that she can stand completely on her own, I promise to always be there for her and with her. Thank you, Tanjeet and Parminder, Kunit, Simran, Alia, and Nia, and to all the extended family for making me feel welcome. It is truly an honor to call you all family. I'm going to take a quick detour from the main event and take advantage of the situation. Another aspect of these celebrations is that I'm able to have my closest friends, who are now also Sunit's friends, here with us this evening. Some of you are new friends, and some of you I'm lucky enough to have known my whole life. Thank you, Will, Kelvin, Benita, Doug, Jason, Corey, Jeremy, Kelsey, Scott, Andy, James, Matt, Jana, Tom, Patrick, and Kelsey. They're not here, but pass it on to them, please. Andy, Shanley, Brianna, Noel, and Jody. I hope you know even the smallest part of how much you mean to me and how much I appreciate having you all in my life. All right, okay. I admit that speaking in front of a crowd wouldn't be close to or even at the top of my list of things to do for kicks. But given the chance to talk about Sunit and how I feel about her, the hardest part of this was not having it run right into Monday. So I'm sure everybody knows how we met. For those who don't, we met online in a stroke of pure luck when one day our very short search perimeter settings found a small overlap and voila, created a long distance relationship. It started off slow as we both have very busy lives. But at that time, I did not know her schedule or how busy she truly was. I didn't put much merit in our first few conversations as they were few and far between, but I've always been a quality over quantity person, so I was committed to seeing it through to the end. To be fair though, I still couldn't shake that smile or those hypnotizing eyes from her profile. Even though 2 years have passed, I can still vividly recall those pictures in my mind and that smile. A smile isn't long to go on though, but you never know unless you try, so I went for it. I found out later that Sunit was also given the same advice by a very wise woman. Thanks, Janine. For our first date, we kept it light, a nice brunch, and some axe throwing.
That's Robert right there.
I would find out later how hard she was holding back her competitive side during the accident.
What? No.
Even though our date was light, after we said goodbyes, I knew I wanted to know more about her. We remained in contact, but she did make it clear that she was just looking for a friend at the moment. She made this clear, or at least I thought she did, with her reply to my first compliment of her as, "Thanks, man." Putting a smile on my mind reeling from the feeling of just being placed in the friend zone. I would find out later from her sister that this isn't the case. "Thanks, man" is a very common reply from Sunit and used for most occasions. To this day, every time I see her, and she takes my breath away, the compliments are still replied to with a "thanks, man." Slowly, the feelings began to turn into romantic feelings, and I found myself traveling to Portage a lot more. 6 hours of driving felt like 6 minutes, and still does knowing who awaits on my arrival. Learning about her life, her quirks, and her journey to where she is now has been nothing short of amazing. Stories about topping up her grades in university with advanced calculus because it was easy marks. Or coming home with bruises because on her own she joined karate and entered into a tournament at a young age. This has led to countless very late nights of playing crib and great conversation and learning about each other. I wish I could put into words easier how I feel about Sunit, but it really is difficult. Being in a long-distance relationship has its hurdles, but when someone's intelligence and personality are just as attractive as their physical appearance, even listening to her is as much of a turn on as seeing her. There really isn't enough time this evening to even scratch the surface of what this woman has done or has yet to do. So now I'm lucky to be there enough for all of it. Even just this past week, she received confirmation that her nomination was successful. She will be the recipient of the fellowship designation from the College of Family Physicians. She didn't let her hopes get high, but in my mind, it was a done deal from the moment of nomination. I've come to realize that I'm surrounded by friends and peers that have been very successful in all the things they do. Many in different fields, but the common denominator is that none of them got to where they are by luck. It was all by design, their hard work, and their commitment to strive for the best. Sunit is no exception. She has earned every bit of her success, and I am so extremely proud to call her my wife. Sunit, I look forward to a long life of seeing how many recipes we can add jalapenos to. Hopefully someday finding the perfect margarita, letting you win at crib, chess games, and just all the things that are better when I'm doing them with you. I want to thank you for opening up your heart to me, allowing me to see all sides of you, for accepting Josie and Ryan into your home and life. And I thank you for making me so extremely happy by just doing one simple thing that nobody else can do, and that's being you. I love you, Sunit. That's it, Jeff. You will always be last in the present.
I should have gone first. My turn now. So, I guess I just want to take a few words, and I'm sorry, I'll try not to overlap the speeches, so I'll cut out some of my stuff. I just want to take a few moments and express my sincerest, deepest gratitude to all of you for being here today to celebrate our special day. As we stand here, I'm reminded of the support I've had from my family and friends that have been with me along this journey. I'm truly blessed to have each and every one of you here to share this amazing and joyous occasion. There are a lot of people who have helped me get to this day, and I wanted to just highlight a few of them. First and foremost, my parents. It's been a long journey. My parents didn't have a lot coming to Canada, but my hard work ethic is because of them. Seeing how hard they worked and putting me through my education, I can't say how grateful I am. Shirley, Frank, Josie, Ryan, thank you for welcoming me into your lives and making me feel at home. All of our out-of-town guests are here today and traveled from near and far, and those we could not be here today. A few thank yous to our DJ Hira. Thanks for being here. Didn't know you would be. Our decor by Avatar, the Hilton and Suites pairing has been amazing. Food has been great, and a lot of shout outs to all my VIPs my mom and dad for hosting our extended family at their house for the wedding and everything they've put into this day, for making this weekend possible. My brother and sister-in-law and my 2 nieces taking the time and just being there for me, helping out, setting up. Alia for breaking the ice, being my flower girl. Mia, you too. I was nervous to even come in. I thought I'd fall over. Alia reminded me about a puke incident and broke the ice. Calmed me down. My sister and Perminder. I'll say Perminder first. Just keeping it all light and making me feel comfortable. But my sister, I tell everyone she's my best friend. And she's really done a lot. I look up to her in so many ways, even though she's younger than me, and does a lot for me, so I can't thank you enough. And then, Jeremy. I won't go into how we met and all our dates, because he already touched it, so let's get through all that part. I'll just want to say thank you to Jeremy for being the most loving and caring partner that I could have even asked for. You make me feel loved, cherished, and appreciated every day. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you and excited for what the future has in store. Thank you for being my husband, my soulmate, and my forever partner. You truly know me for me and the real me. You truly see me for me and you know who I am, and that's what drew me in a lot closer. And lastly, I just want to toast to love. Being surrounded by all my loved ones, my friends, my family, we are so excited to embark on this next journey in our lives. I can feel that we can face any trial or tribulation in life and build a beautiful life together. Everyone has taught me so much. Jeremy, you have taught me that communication is the key to making a strong foundation for us. Compromise is vital. Marriage is about the two of us coming together and learning to work as a team. Compromise sometimes involves sacrifices for the relationship, but that doesn't mean giving up wants and needs, but instead finding the right balance as it works for us, and I think we've been doing a pretty good job of that. We are still here figuring it all out, but everything is falling into place. I promise to communicate openly, to compromise when necessary, and choose love and appreciate you each and every day. And thank you, and I just want to do a quick toast to Jeremy. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you, Steve and Jeremy, so much for my expensive makeup, which, by the way, I should clarify, my sister paid for it. You know, big sister perks. We now have a special performance. So during any weddings, there's lots of singing, dancing, and a few of the bride's family members were itching to show off the skills, and consider this a little preview for what you're going to see later. So I'd like to introduce the dance floor, my mom, Amarjeet, Jaspreet, Neenu, Amar, and Minnie to the dance floor. Thank you. I think Neenu was a driving force behind that, said, I want to do a dance. And she got into town, what, Sunday was it? Whatever. And and then my sister-in-law, good figure, Jaspreet, choreographed that whole thing. So they did that in less than a week, and they put that together. So kudos to them. Another round of applause. Now, just bear with us for a few minutes. Enjoy the last bits of your dessert. Calvin has a very important announcement to make.
I get the most important job tonight to tell you the bar is now open. Also, I've been given an emergency notification here. There is a banker in the room, and my only advice is don't sign anything and keep your valuables close.
Stop, Calvin, stop.
Now, I would like to invite the couple to have their cake. This is probably one of the sweetest moments of the evening. Did you get that? Pun intended? No? No? Thank you, thank you. Announcement. Later this evening, we'll be serving. I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you for joining us this evening. As well, I would like to thank the service staff tonight, our DJ, our photographer, all of the vendors that put tonight to this weekend together. So thank you, and a big round of applause for them. And please, if I don't get to talk to you again, please get home safely tonight. And thank you so much for joining us tonight and this weekend and making it so special for Sweet Jeremy. Thank you again. Okay, now we would like to invite the newlywed couple for their first dance.
ਲੈ ਵੀ ਦੋਸਤੋ ਰਾਤ ਦੇ 1:30 ਵੱਜ ਗਏ ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਬੰਦ ਹੋਇਆ ਡਾਂਸ ਕਰਾ ਕੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਡਾਂਸ ਰਿਜ਼ਰਵ ਚ ਲਾਤਾ ਡੀਜੇ ਬਾਈ ਨੇ ਹੁਣ ਘਰੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਬੈਠਦੇ ਆ ਚੇਂਜ ਚੂੰਜ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਰਿਲੈਕਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਤਾਂ ਭਾਂਡੇ ਟੀਂਡੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਗੱਡੀ ਲੱਭੀ ਆ ਹੁਣ ਕਿਹੜੀ 'ਚ ਜਾਣਾ ਕਿੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਾ